Once upon a time, there was a human who decided to exist all of a sudden. For some reason, he decided to go to RuneScape and exist there. And then he realized what a big mistake that was. First thing he had to do was go in the world and decide what he looks like. After many hours of deciding, he decided to look like this for some reason. And then there was a man standing right in front of him, ready to greet him. The Gielinor Guide. Greetings! I see you are a new arrival to the world of Gielinor. My job is to welcome all new visitors. So welcome. You've already learned the first thing needed to succeed in this world. Talking to other people. You will find many inhabitants of this world have useful things to say to you. By clicking on them, you can talk to them. Before we get going, if you could be so kind to let me know how much experience you have with the old school RuneScape, that would be wonderful. And the man was perplexed. He's never seen this world before. What can he say? This man never really enjoyed tutorials, so he's thinking, well, if I say I'm an experienced player, I can skip the whole tutorial. I'm gonna tell him I'm an experienced player, the man thought. I'm an experienced player. Wonderful, thank you. Now then, let's start by looking at your settings menu. And then the man realized, oh crap, that didn't work. I have to do the tutorial anyway. Looks like you're making good progress. The menu you just opened is one of many. You'll learn about the rest as you progress through the tutorial. Anyway, I'd say it's time for you to go and meet your first instructor. So the man went, and he went, and he went. A survival expert, the man thought. Clicking on the survival expert. Hello there, newcomer. My name is Brinna. My job is to teach you about the skills you can use to survive in this world. The first skill we're going to look at is fishing. There's some shrimp in this pond here. Let's try and catch some. And oh, look, there's a backpack. A whole inventory section. Alright, well, let's try using a small fishing net on a fishing spot. See what happens, the man said. And he waited, and he waited. And then shrimps. Oh! He caught shrimps and a new menu, a skill menu. So many new things. Too much information, too much at once. I've managed to catch some shrimp. Excellent work. Now that you have some shrimp, you're going to want to cook them. To do that, you'll need a fire. This brings us to the wood cutting and fire making skill. Alright, so let's see if we click on this tree. We start cutting, and he waited. You managed to cut some logs. Alright, so we have a tinder box. We're going to use a tinder box on the logs, so see what happens. What am I doing? I have no idea. Fire! Fire bad. Oh, cooking. Oh, we have to use cooking. Okay, so raw shrimps. Fire. Let's see what happens. I managed to cook some shrimp and I've gained cooking experience. Oh my god. So many things, the man said. The man has never seen so much stimulation in his mind, in his head, in his eyes, and all these pixels. And the man went. The man was like, I have enough of this, let's just keep going on. So he went and he opened the gate and off he went to the cooking expert. The master chef said, welcome newcomer. I am the master chef Liv. It is here that I will teach you how to cook food truly fit for a king. I already know how to cook. Brinna taught me just now. Ha! You call that cooking? Some shrimp on an open log fire? Oh no. I am going to teach you the fine art of cooking bread. The master farmer chef gives you some flour and some water. So the man just received a pot of flour and some bucket of water for some reason. So let's see what happens when we put them together. Oh, looks like we make dough naturally. So he's thinking, well, maybe I should use this dough on the oven and see what happens. Oh god, here we go. We have some bread and more cooking experience. We're almost a full level in the tutorial. Moving on. And the man went. And the man went. Oh, and all of a sudden he can run. And the man went. It looks like the quest guide is next. Let's see if we go open the door and then we can talk to the quest guide, the man said. Welcome adventurer. I'm here to tell you all about quests. Let's start by opening your quest journal. The man opens his quest journal. Now you have the journal open. I'll tell you a bit about it. At the moment, all of the quests are shown in red, which means you have not started them yet. When you start a quest, it will change color to yellow. Once you've finished it, it will turn to green. This is so you can easily see what's complete, what's started, and what's left to begin. Clicking a quest in the journal will display some more information on it. If you haven't started the quest, it will tell you where to begin and what requirements you need. If the quest is in progress, it will remind you what to do next. It's very easy to find quest start points. Just look out for the quest icon in your minimap. You should see one marking this house. And the man looks at the minimap, and indeed, there is a quest marker. These quests can vary greatly from collecting beads to hunting down dragons. Completing quests will reward you with all sorts of things, such as new areas and better weapons. And then the man thought, well, in that case, I should probably do every quest in the game, so that once I'm done, I have nothing else to do except figure more things to do. There's not a lot more that I can tell you about questing. You have to experience the thrill of it yourself to fully understand. Let me know if you want to recap, otherwise you can move on. And so the man decided to move on to the underground. And immediately underground, the man has first time experiencing claustrophobia. So he immediately runs down the hall to get away from the closed wall. And then he sees a mining expert as he approaches. Hi there, you must be new around here, so what do I call you? Newcomers seem so impersonal, and if we're going to be working together, I'd rather call you by name. You can call me OS Mud. Okay then, OS Mud, my name is Dezik, and I'm a miner by trade. Let's teach you how to mine. mine. Mining is very simple. All you need is a pickaxe. The rocks around here contain tin and copper. Why don't you get started by mining some? If you're unsure which is which, you can prospect them to find out. And so the man thought, wow, this already sucks. I don't want to do this at all. Why is this a thing? Mining? Please no. Don't let me mine. I don't want to mine. No, don't let me mine. I don't want to mine. Alright, I'm on. Alright, let's do this. And the man waited. The man managed to mine some tin. And then he's like, I dislike this even more, but I gotta do it anyways. Let's get some copper. You managed to mine some copper. And the man's like, oh, thank God, now that's over. Let's go over here and just smith it and just get this over with. So he uses a tin ore on the furnace. Oh, you made a bronze bar. Okay, let's talk to the mining instructor, the man thought, and figure out what do we do. I have a bronze bar. What now? Now that you've got a bar, you can smith it into a weapon. To smith something, you need a hammer and an anvil. There's some anvils just here that you can use. See if you can make a bronze dagger. The mining instructor gives you a hammer. So the man thought, well, maybe mining and smithing isn't so bad if I can make my own equipment. Let's see what I can make. And then the man realized, oh, the only thing he can make at level 1 smithing is just a measly bronze dagger. So the man thought, well, here we go. And so after many hammerings, we have a dagger. And the man thought, well, let's just get this over with. Let's just go to the next gates. Let's see if it gets any better. And so the man went. Oh God, the man said, something we can actually have fun doing. Hi, my name is OSMud. Do I look like I care? To me, you're just another newcomer who thinks they're ready to fight. I'm Vanica, the greatest swordsman alive, and I'm here to teach you the basics of combat. Let's get started by teaching you to wield a weapon. And so unlocks another menu called Worn Equipment, apparently. So the man thought, well, now I have a dagger, maybe I should wield. Let's just wield the dagger and see what happens. Okay, I wielded a dagger, the man said. Let's talk to the instructor. Very good, but that little butter knife isn't going to protect you much. Let's get you something a bit better. Once you're properly equipped, we can move on to some actual combat. The combat instructor gives you a bronze sword and a wooden shield. I was like, oh wow, what an upgrade already. It's in the tutorial. Alright, let's put on the bronze sword and the shield. Now what do we do? Oh, there's a combat interface. Oh, the combat interface changes the style so I can get different experience and different style. Oh, the man said. I'm glad I found this out very early and was not a noob many years later when I found out that attack doesn't actually change your max hit. Ah, okay, let's go. Let's go kill a rat because no one told me to. I just want to. Okay, you're gonna die, rat. And so the man fought. Oh no, the man is getting attacked. The man is getting hit more. Only 1 hit versus 2 on the man. 2 more on the man and only 1 on the rat. Oh God. Oh. The man is relieved. The man almost died from a rat in the tutorial. And so the man left. He decided to tell the instructor how well he did. So he goes, and he said, I did it. I killed a giant rat. I saw. You seem better at this than I thought. Now that you have grasped basic swordsplay, let's move on. Next up we have ranged combat. With this you can kill foes from a distance. With ranged you'll be able to attack the rats without entering the pit, meaning they won't be able to fight back. The combat instructor gives you short bow and some bronze arrow. Oh, okay, well, let's try it, the man said. Now he's going to wield a short bow and some arrows. And looking at the combat attack styles, he sees accurate and rapid. Well, he thinks rapid might be a little faster, so we're going to stick with rapid because the man has a hunch that it'll be a little faster than the accurate style. So let's see what happens. Aha, the man laughs hard at the rat as it dies, and the rat cannot do anything about it because of the ranged attack style. And so the man said, wow, this was probably the best part of the tutorial. Now, time to get out of this godforsaken cave and go on to the next tutorial. And above the ground, he sees a bank. Well, I was like, oh, a bank. Can I rob this bank? Do I have a bank account? Let's talk to the banker. And immediately he's introduced to his own bank. And the man's like, maybe I should dump everything I have just to make sure I'm not holding anything, and it just makes everything easier, the man. Now that's done. And now he sees a blinking arrow above a poll booth. The man thought, wow, for people in this world to vote on what gets entered to the game by gods? Who are these gods? Is it a Jagex company? I don't know. It could be, the man thought. This is just a world that I just decided to exist in, so who knows? Maybe he'll vote on things later, who knows? Look at all these votes. Look at this poll. People actually vote on these. What a crazy idea. The man thought, wow, what a cool idea for the gods to bestow us a way to vote on things coming in and out of the game. I hope they don't do anything really drastically to the game here pretty soon with really high level objects and items. That would be really sad. Moving on, the man said, and he sees an account guide, and he decides, well, okay, well, maybe I can learn something from this account. And the OSMud says, hey, who are you? I'm the account guide. I'm here to tell you about your account. What's an account? Your character is your account. It's what you are using to play the game right now. Everyone here has one, and some people have even multiple. There's various things you can do with your account, which is where the account management menu comes into play. Let's look at it now. And the man's like, I have an account? I'm just a mere mortal in this world. What is he talking about accounts? What in the world is going on? I'm just a man in a world. Let's talk to the account manager, he said. As you can see, there's a few things you can do with your account. First, you have membership. All accounts are free to play, but by default, if you desire, you can buy membership to unlock members' worlds. These worlds give you access to extra skills, areas, quests, and more. What's a world, the man asks. A world is what you can play the game on. Each world holds up to 2,000 players, and they are split into two main types, free worlds and members' worlds. You can swap worlds with the world switcher in the logout menu. You are currently on a free world. If you want to switch to a members' world and enjoy all of the benefits, you'll need to purchase membership. You can do so using the store and the account management menu. Bonds are another thing that you should know about. You can purchase bonds from the store and the account management menu. Once you have some bonds, you can redeem them for membership. But why would I use a bond instead of buying membership normally? Unlike membership, bonds can be traded with other players. You could purchase a bond and then sell it to another player for some gold. Alternatively, you could use your gold to buy a bond from another player. So if I use my gold to buy a bond from another player, I could use my membership without spending any real money. Exactly. Next up, you have your inbox and your name changer. The inbox is where you'll receive important information related to your account in the game. Be sure to keep an eye on it. The name changer allows you to change your display name if you don't like your current one. Be aware though that this is only available to accounts with membership. Finally, the bottom of the menu has some links which you might find useful. Make sure you check them out at some point. Awesome. Is there anything I should know about the account? Only this. Your account is very valuable and it's important to you to look after. And you have so many tools at your disposal to help you out with it, such as bank pins and authenticators. You'll find more information on account security on the customer support webpage. You can use the useful links section of the account management menu to get there. Anyway, that's everything I have to tell you about the account. Let me know if you need to recap, otherwise head on to your next instructor. And the man said, what's going on? Am I a character in a game? Is this really what's going on? If I'm just playing around this game and then all of a sudden someone else could take over the account and have control over me, that would be sick. That would be just awful. That would be ungodly. And he's really hoping that account owner that is currently over him takes care of him very well. And so he moves on. And what a long path is next, the man said. Let's just keep going, see what happens. What's our next thing to learn about? And he comes to a church, and there is Brother Brace. Good day, brother. Hello, I'm Brother Brace. I'm here to tell you about prayer. A prayer icon menu with all these different prayers. This is your prayer list. Prayers can help a lot in combat. Click on a prayer you wish to activate and click on it again to deactivate it. Active prayers will drain your prayer points, which you can recharge by finding an altar or other holy spot by draining there. As you notice, most enemies will drop bones when defeated. Burying bones by clicking them in your inventory will gain you prayer experience. I'm also the community officer around here, so it's my job to tell you about your friends and ignore list. Friends and ignore list? I could ignore people in this game, the man said. What a wonderful concept. I'm going to just ignore everybody. Right, now I'll tell you a little bit about each list. You can add people to either the list by clicking the add button and then typing their name into the chat box that appears. You can remove people from the list in the same way. If you add someone to your ignore list, they will not be able to talk to you or send you any form of message to you. Your friends list shows the online status of your friends. Friends in red are offline, friends in green are online in the same world, and friends in yellow are online but in a different world. Okay, thanks, I'll bear that in mind, the man said. And the man moved on. Oh god, it's almost over. I can see my tutorial island progress, he said. I can finally get out of this shithole. Let's get out of here. Who's next? And he sees this Iron Man tutor. What is an Iron Man tutor, the man said. Who are you? Hello, OS Mud. I'm Paul, the Iron Man tutor. What can I do for you? Tell me about Iron Man, the man said. When you play as an Iron Man, you do everything for yourself. You don't trade with other players, or take their items, or accept their help. As an Iron Man, you choose to have these restrictions imposed on you so everyone knows you're doing it properly. If you think you have what it takes, you could choose to become a hardcore Iron Man. In addition to the standard restrictions, hardcore Iron Men only have one life. In the event of a dangerous death, your hardcore Iron Man status will be downgraded to that of a standard Iron Man, and your stats will be frozen on the hardcore Iron Man high scores. For the ultimate challenge, you can choose to become an ultimate Iron Man, game mode inspired by the player Iron No Bank. In addition to the standard restrictions, Ultimate Iron Men are blocked from the bank, and they will drop all items when they die. While you're on Tutorial Island, you can switch freely between being a standard Iron Man, Ultimate Iron Man, and Hardcore Iron Man, or a normal player. Once you've left this island, you'll be able to find my colleague Adam in Lumbridge, but he'll only let you switch your restrictions downwards, not upwards. So he will let Hardcore Iron Man or Ultimate Iron Man downgrade to Standard Iron Man, and he'll let all types of Iron Men to become normal players. And the man thought, a way that I can avoid all people, because the man thinks, well, I really don't like other people, so I'm just going to be an Iron Man so I don't have to interact with anyone, the man says. I'd like to change my Iron Man mode. And the man's thinking, well, what kind of Iron Man do I want to be? Ultimate Iron Man seems like for people who really hate themselves and don't want any happiness in life. Hardcore Iron Man seems like just a flex, the man says, and a Hardcore Iron Man could be an option, and a Standard Iron Man is basically the same thing, it's the one that you can't tell if it's died yet. So the man's like, well, I'm going to be a hardcore Iron Man, because that way I can tell if I have ever died or not. And the man says, yes, hardcore Iron Man it is. And I want to know what kills me, because the man's like, I know I'm not going to survive at some point. Make sure you've got your Iron Man settings all sorted before you leave Tutorial Island. Some things can't be changed later. And the man says, alright, final instructor, let's get this done and over with. Hello, good day newcomer, my name is Terova. I'm here to tell you about magic. Let's start by opening your magic interface. And the man's like, oh god, another interface. Currently, you can only cast one offensive spell called Windstrike. Let's try it out on one of those chickens. Chickens? Runes? What are these? The man says. Oh, the runes are used to cast spells. Let's try to cast Windstrike on a chicken like the magic instructor told us to. And so he casts a spell. And the man's like, wow, magic, it hits really hard, but I wish I could do it forever. Must be a balancing thing, the man says. We're all finished here now. I'll give you a reasonable number of runes when you leave. Do I wish to go to the mainland? The man says. Well, it's been fun, but yes, I feel like I should leave. So here we go. When you get to the mainland, you will find yourself in the town of Lumbridge. If you want some ideas on where to go next, talk to my friend, the Lumbridge Guide. You can't miss him. He's holding a big staff with a question mark on the end, who also has a white beard and carries a rucksack full of scrolls. There are also many tutors willing to teach you about many skills that you could learn. Prepare yourself! Oh god! The man has finally made it off of Tutorial Island. And there's a happy anniversary setting here. Must be somebody's birthday.